Welcome to the page, guys. This is part 2 of the interview with a cheater on the Cycle Frontier that I ended up getting a privilege to do. Hope you guys enjoy it. For part 3, make sure to hit that like, hit that sub button, be notified. Appreciate it, guys. Enjoy.
So it's going to create an extra revenue stream for us via selling accounts.
Right.
Because accounts aren't trackable.
Right. Because and also that's what I was saying, like with the hacks and stuff, like you guys can see the items in the game. It's from what I was told that you guys can see like what's in people's backpacks and stuff like that.
We can see what's in backpacks, what's in containers. Yeah, what's in
safe
backpacks?
Pockets?
No.
So you can't see up our asses, see? We're winning somewhere, right? Gotta keep some dignity.
Our loot is also color coded as well.
Like from
so
worst to best?
No, like the same way it's color coded in game. So green items show up as green on our screen. It has their name there and the color of, and obviously the color depicts on what rarity the item is. And like the cycle, the devs of the cycle, I will give them props. They are trying to combat us. They are trying their best, but they're making silly decisions based off short-term ideologies that in the long term aren't going to mean anything to us.
So let me ask you this real quick before we get to the other ones, the other questions. And you don't have to answer this, you can just say no comment or whatever you want. But if Jaeger was to come to you and was like, listen, Gary, we need help, we want to make sure this game's good, what would be, you know, what could we do to make this game better and slow down, like potentially slow down all the cheaters? You know, like what could they honestly do to potentially slow that down? I mean, would it be a better anti-cheat or?
See, that's everyone's go-to, right? So everyone's go-to is, oh, they just need a better anti-cheat.
Well, that's all I know.
Valorant
that's
has the best
that's all I know.
Valorant has the best anti-cheat on the market. It has done for ever since it released. It's the best anti-cheat you can have. You can still get hacks for Valorant.
That are undetected.
Whether they're detected or not is not an issue. Even with a free game like the Cycle, even if I only get an hour or 2 hours out of the account before I get banned, I can make $100 to $200 to $300 on that account in one go. So detection's not really a big issue. Obviously, I'm spitballing with the numbers there, but you understand what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, detection is not the issue. If there's a way to do it, someone will do it.
Right.
The only way to slow us down, a better anti-cheat will help. Will it stop us? No. Not in any sense of the word. They added an extra anti-cheat measure the other day with that surprise update. Took most people anywhere between 5 to 6 hours to completely remove it. So it's a non-issue anymore. And then it's just business as usual.
Like I said
the thing
before,
you realize, the thing that people don't realize, right, is the people that make these sorts of, so the people that make like anti-cheats and like things like that, are the same people that did the same courses, are the people that make the cheats, as the people that make the cheats.
I mean,
exactly.
In your point of perspective, I guess, in your opinion, I mean, do you think it would help if they charged for the game, like if they did like a Tarkov deal?
If they charge for the game dies.
Okay.
So, changing from a free game to a paid game, people just won't play it.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the Cycle's like has the less viewer count on Twitch. Like I'm looking at it right now, and it only has 785 viewers.
Yep.
And if I could be wrong, but I'm spitballing.
People blame that on us. People blame us for that. They blame cheaters for that. But we do share that blame, yes. But we share it with the developer. Because they have roads and long roads to go to actually affecting people like me.
It's putting a lot bigger damper on smaller cheats, we'll say. Like
Yes.
we were saying, the bottom feeders.
Yeah.
I'm sure it puts a damper on them. Like, and I've told you, I don't know. At the end of the day,
There's always some. It's the rule of life.
Yep.
Yeah, you may be big, but there's always someone bigger.
100%. I agree with that.
I don't want the cycle to die personally. I enjoy the game. I enjoy playing. I spend a few hours every day usually playing on my normal account. Just playing like normally. I enjoy the game. I do. But I think to save their game, the devs have to take some responsibility, because the measures that they're doing and all this work they're last week.
Yeah, it was horrible.
They went to GameCon. And went, okay, we'll be back from GameCon on Saturday. None of them work on Saturday.
I have heard that. I have heard that none of them work on the weekends. And I mean, and I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I mean, if you're going to try and put out a game as a business, you need to be working 24/7. Have a crew on there 24/7.
Obviously, they are a small developer, so they can't obviously afford and or have the resources to run 24/7 support teams, and that's understandable. A small developer, that's the way it is. You work with what you got until you can upgrade. And it's very much the same as with what we do. We work with what we've got until we can upgrade and things like that. But the thing is like, the devs need to start taking some responsibility, speaking to the community, because this is what annoyed me in the beginning, before I started doing any of this, is yes, the cheater compensation was a good step forward. It was. The implementation was dog shit. It barely worked. But has anyone heard from the devs since it's been implicated say anything about, oh, we're going to work on it to make it sort of fix it a bit better and like actually work to actually make it sting a little less? No. All we've heard is, oh, we're working on some way to get it to work with BattleEye as well.
And we got surprises coming in the next season, yeah.
And we've got surprises.
I agree with that, man.
To keep their game alive, they need to be completely transparent. And they need to take some blame. Because at the moment, all they're doing is blaming it on the cheaters, and that's it. But there are a lot of bugs in this game that still haven't been fixed. The disappearing guns.
Me climbing on top of the highest mountain. Like, I don't have cheats, but I can scale up that mountain.
But yet we're going to ban people for using that. So it's like, well, they've put this game into a state where it is live or die for the game. Because they have been, I'm not going to say lazy, but they have been, there's a better word for it. In a sense, they have been lazy, but obviously you have to factor in they are a small development team, yes. But they need to, A, take some of the blame, and B, give us a plan on how they're gonna work to continue their game. The surprise patch they did the other week, it broke the game for fucking 90% of their player base. Oh, we never tested it, we just put it in the game, and oh, okay, we're gonna have to do another fix, so you're just gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
They need to do something like Tarkov. Tarkov has test servers, and they test all the features. Even if they just give access to like the bigger streamers and things like that, like you apply for access like Tarkov you do. Obviously, there's going to be prerequisites, so people like me can't go onto new accounts and then get access to that to use it as.
Right, it'll make it. It'll be a little bit more difficult because you're going to end up spending, on Tarkov. You spend $60 to do a test to ban. Get banned.
No, well, no, not even in that sense. What I mean is, like, obviously they need to have some preliminary checks. If they do something like that, they need to have some prerequisites to be able to access those features. Otherwise, someone like me could get a brand new account, access those features, reverse engineer the fixes before they're implemented into the game. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like reverse engineer the bypasses for those features that they're going to implement before they're implemented into the game. And that obviously creates less downtime for us, but it shoots them in the foot again if they don't add prerequisites to that sort of thing.
Right.
But if they did something like that, or like even gave us like a roadmap or something like that, so this is what we plan on doing, we're actively working on this, blah 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 blah. But the problem is that we're getting nothing. Not told anything, we're getting surprise updates that aren't tested, that are breaking the game. We've still got bugs from the beta. We've got mechanics that don't work, or don't work as they're intended to do, but they don't care. For instance, the armor system. Purple and exotic armor is worthless. Completely worthless.
It's like blue to exotic is worthless unless you have an exotic helmet. That's the only difference.
That's literally the only thing. And the only reason the exotic helmet is good is because it stops you from getting one tapped by an arbiter.
Unless someone has a fully automatic arbiter.
Oh, there's nothing that'll stop you from me. I'm sorry, there's nothing. But there is, yeah, there are things like that that need to be worked on, and like balancing, like white guns were fucking stupidly overpowered at the beginning.
Oh, they still are, and I'll be the first.
Oh,
to
they worked on that. They worked on that, and then they're still overpowered. The bulldog was ridiculously overpowered. Oh, we nerfed it. Still ridiculously overpowered. Still has incredible reload speed. You can shoot 4 shots before someone can get 2 shatter shots off.
Right.
That's the difference between an uncommon gun and an epic gun.
Right.
The gun leveling systems are broken. The armor system's broken. The penetration system worked better in the beta for pen mods and things like that, because obviously your pen mods in one of the betas did, so if you had a pen mod, it did increase damage, which is the way it should do. So it did it did the damage for the color, the same damage for the color, but any armor under that, it did increase damage. That's the way a penetration system should work. But in this game, your pen mods literally mean nothing. Literally nothing. Pen mods on ARs, 1 bullet difference between a no pen mod AR.
I miss a lot.
Okay, so think about it like this, right? So a no pen mod advocate versus a purple pen mod advocate against a purple player. Purple pen mod shoots 1 bullet less to kill. That's it.
That's insane.
The basilisk. Purple pen mod on the basilisk does 1 extra damage per shot. There are so many things that need to be worked on in this game. Yes, cheaters are a big problem. I will agree with everyone on that says that. 100%. But putting the game dying down to just cheaters is driving while blindfolded, basically.
Yeah, and I can agree to that. I just, and like you said earlier, and I do want to say, you know, I do respect you saying it. It's not just you're not pushing all the blame. Let me say it this way.
No, we'll take some of the blame,
not
obviously.
Pushing all the blame on them. You did say, you know, like, no, it's us and them. They're shooting their own foot, and we're assisting it pretty much.
Yeah.
So
we're assisting it. Yeah.
And
the things that they're doing have enabled us to do more things in their game to kill the game faster.
Right. And so we'll get back on topic. Oh, go ahead.
Well, hang on. This is on topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is for the cycle, right? This is for between cheating and like everything else, right? How do you release a game and then not have this common sense, well, not even just the common sense, but the security measures in place to stop someone from leaking your source code? The source code for this game was leaked.
I have no idea what source code is, but it sounds important.
It's the basic code for the game.
So I did see a video.
It's the command code for the game.
Okay, I did see a video thinking about it now. Another streamer did do an interview, and that the cheater was saying there's a site, and I don't remember what it is, nor do I care, that they dump their files in for some kind of code, and that's how a lot of the cheaters get what they need to get out of it to find out how to work around. Is that what you're talking about? Like when they dumped their, like they leaked it?
Well, yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Exactly right. That right there is enabling us to create better cheats.
Right.
And I'm not personally sure, but I am pretty sure that they did not apologize to anyone about doing that or say, hey, we made a mistake, this has happened, we're working on remedying it. I'm pretty sure they just tried to sweep it under the rug and hope no one...
I am doing this for one. I want to know more about it and, you know, how they could better the game, and from your point of view, you know, on, you know, why you do it and all that stuff. But it's insane hearing all this, like, just from talking to you tonight in this hour, half hour, or wherever we're at now. I lost track of time. It's 4 where I am in the morning. But this just opens my eyes a lot more to, like, you know, how much this company, I mean, luckily myself, I haven't paid for Orem, but I see people dumping hundreds of dollars in Orem. And they're always saying, oh, it's for the anti-cheat. Well, what, you know, MMR, I always thought there was an MMR. I just never could figure it out. I seen all the videos, and I was like, well, that makes no sense, but whatever. But now hearing all this is like I said before, they're spitting up our ass and telling us it's raining. So this is more of a, yeah, it is content, but it's also knowledge that we all should know about the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
And obviously, like, and as I've said before, like, obviously, I love this game. It's fun. It's a good, relaxing game. As much as people get stressed out about it and things like that. If the development team doesn't do something drastic to not only combat us, but also improve the gameplay experience for the average player, the game's just gonna die out.
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, that's, I can agree with that. I mean, it's true. It's they need to, and you know, the only thing I'm going to disagree with you about, and I think you're going to be surprised that I'm even going to disagree with this, is, you know, you kept saying, yeah, they're a small team, but didn't Tarkov start off with only 9 Russians? So, I'm sorry, but you got 9 Russians, and I know Cycle has more than 9 employees. I mean, from what I understood in the background on Tarkov is 9 guys got together, created a game that they wanted, started developing it. You had Epic Games trying to buy it. You had all these different big name companies saying, hey, we want to buy this. We can make it better for you. And they said, no, we're good. And yes, they do have their cheaters. I mean, I've witnessed it firsthand myself. They have a lot of cheaters, but at the same time, it was like they tried to do more, and they tweeted more. Like, they would tweet, hey, we just got 10,000 accounts banned. We can't release the names of them because, you know, it's a classified deal, which understandable. But you would go on and play, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, there's no cheaters. Like, recently, this past up to yesterday and last weekend, those were the cheater problems I had, but then I've been smooth sailing. So it's like, if they would show us more, like, I would appreciate it more. If, like, they sent out a tweet.
Yeah, I agree. They need to be more transparent.
Open. Yes, correct. Transparent.
They need to be completely more transparent, and yeah, and that's all it would take to ease some of the pains of some of these people.
It would definitely make me feel better. Like, I didn't know about what
exactly
they released today. I didn't know that they released a deal about now they're banning people. I mean, and to me, on my point of view, I think that's good. I mean, that's from my point of view. You know,
yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Right. Like, I always got pissed off. Like, I ran into a 3-man one, or 3-man. I was in a duo. And the 2 kids were like, that's fine, you're going to die anyways. You killed our buddy, but the guy that's with us right now has cheats, and he's just going to kill you. And it's like, all of a sudden, I'm dead. And it's like, so, one, you're bragging about it. Like, I'm sorry, but to me, being 31 and growing up to your money is what you earn. Like, you work for that money. And seeing all these kids come in, like we talked about, hey, my mom just gave me her credit card. Here's X amount of dollars. I need you to carry me through so I look like a badass. And that's how I see it, you know.
Yeah,
But,
no, I can...
jump back to the questions here. So, like, when you run in with your cheats and, you know, you said, like, you know, if someone's talking shit and stuff, you know, there's times you got to put them in their place. Is that more like, so when you don't have to put someone in their place and you're just running your games and doing stuff with your cheats, are you discreet about it, or like the auto arbiter, is that more of like a, I don't want to say a rage deal because I don't want it to sound like offensive.
But that's pretty much what it is, yeah.
So it's just more of like someone's in game like, oh, you're a piece of shit, and you're like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, in a sense, yes. In a sense, it's sort of like that, yes. But if I'm just doing what I need to do, getting what I need to get for my orders, I'm not killing people. So if I've got someone that's asked for, say, 30 Titan ore or something like that, I'm just going to get Titan ore.
And
if you come near me, I'll say leave or die where you stand. You decide you want to stay or try and shoot at me, you die. You made that decision yourself. I gave you an option, you chose wrong. I can't influence your decision, so you made that decision yourself, and then you're going to sit there and whinge that you just got killed by a cheater.
Okay, so
you had every chance to walk away.
You blatantly, you do, like, you're just like, alright, well, aimbot on and shoot through a mountain.
I don't need to turn it on, it's always on.
Well, that answered my next question. So you are pretty blatant about it. You don't try and hide them or anything. You're just like, hey, this is what it is. You know, I got to get my shit done. You're in my path. You're not leaving. Or if you run a game and...
Well, no, it's not even like if they're in my path. Like, obviously if they're like in my way or something like that, I'll go around them or I'll do something like that. But if someone actively comes towards me to try and fight me, I'm going to give them the option to go away or they can die. It doesn't mean anything to me if they walk away or if they die.
Damn, I'm really gonna think twice about this now. Like, if I'm walking somewhere and someone's like, just leave me the fuck alone, I'm really gonna start thinking twice, like, damn, dude, I don't know if this is this guy or not, but I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. If you guys made it to the end, I definitely appreciate it, guys. Hopefully you guys hit that like and sub button for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the clips of me dying over and over and over again. There might be a few in there that I won, but who knows. Make sure to catch the stream over on fb.gg/Lil Denson #1. See you guys there.